I don't think we're having a normal midlife crisis.
No. Yeah.
But we're having one.
No, ours is somehow sadder, but more wholesome, I think.
Yeah. People used to buy motorcycles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Now we're spending 3 hours online looking at vintage motels for sale.
And we don't even know how to like fold a fitted sheet, let alone 10 rooms worth.
Right. It doesn't matter though, because in our fantasy, I'm redesigning cabins and you're just becoming more of a leisure boy.
Oh yeah. I mean, every time we talk about it, I can't see it. I'm just roaming the halls of this place in like a smoker's jacket.
Coming from the guest perspective, I don't think they'll love that.
I just thought that was kind of like vibe setting. It's like we could just play music or we could have a DJ. Like I'm being like an emotional DJ. I'm like, get into it, relax.
An emotional DJ in a smoker's jacket?
Yeah, like relax. We're just bopping around.
To me, a smoker's jacket gives off the emotional feels of like, I might be hunted soon.
Oh, no. I wish I had the means to hunt people, but I just don't. I go, don't worry. I'm nowhere near that class.
So you're just wandering the halls in a smoker's jacket going, don't worry, I'm not about to hunt you or murder you.
Well, I told you my first iteration, I said for some reason, because a lot of these places we looked at are like very like kind of, we were looking for like kind of a camp type vibe. And I just pictured myself walking around to be helpful to guests with like a headlamp. And you said, that'll be terrifying.
And bothersome. I'm like,
it's not, I'm not going to like, well, I guess you would because it's wherever my head goes. That's the purpose of it. It's hands free. We're not trying to escape each other. You know, we're trying to escape our Outlook calendars and being pinged about everything.
Our midlife crisis is just about wanting our time back.
It is.
Want our time back. I look forward and I go, so little is left. And I look back and I go, so little was spent at work.
I know. So
much.
I was about to say, I'm like, I don't feel that way at all. I don't think that we're the only people who are like, this dichotomy of time is out of whack, man.
No. I don't think so. What do we all do? We got to get band together and go, we don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, we can't get a 4-day work week. I mean, that's still more work. You know, help.
And if somebody goes 4/10, no. You take those hours and you shove them. I'm doing 8.
Got Johnny Paycheck over here. You can take those hours and shove them. And he goes, I quit the job entirely. I go, Johnny, we're not that brave. We're trying to get 1 day off extra. Okay. But we're not doing 4/10s. Although I'll be honest, if you push back real heavy, I'd probably take 4/10s. Why is the thing that we do to afford ourselves our life take so much of it to do so? You know what I mean? Like it just feels weird.
It's soul sucking.
It can be. I mean, I feel very lucky, and I know that you do too. We like really do try to stay grateful for our lives because they are great. But that doesn't change the fact that I go, a large portion of my life is in some way or shape or form in service to a company. Meaning like to me, I go, the second I wake up at a time I don't want to be awake and I head out to you, and the second I leave there and I'm not like, poof, I'm at my house, that's all still you time. Yeah. I know they should have to pay. Like, here's the thing. Well, here's a crazy thing. Pay us for our commute. We're forking over gas money for this stuff at a time. Pay us for
a lot of people are paying for their uniforms and stuff. That's a whole nother thing I really loathe.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joseph's over here, snack, sunbeam, grass, nap, repeat.
Snack, sunbeam, grass, nap, snack, sunbeam, grass, nap, snack, sunbeam, grass, nap. And then sometimes because he is an emo guy, then I'll just see him just looking. Just like a full like Mad Men era. Did I do it all wrong?
Like contemplating the universe.
Did I do it all wrong?
And then sometimes he gets to swim.
Oh yeah. And then he swims, resets. And he's like snack.
Snack, sunbeam, nap, grass, repeat.
Look. Did I do all this wrong? I go, dude, get out of the. He's in crisis. No, the dog's been doing it. That's how I feel. Like that's how a midlife crisis feels to me, is that I do look to like dogs and I go, they're really doing this thing right.
They got it.
One life to live. One life to live.
Yep.
One life to live. Whenever I would see that soap opera, I did not take in that title enough until recent. I go, I got one life to live here.
Yeah, but I bet on that they had multiple lives.
Probably.
They probably died and came back to life
that's
often.
True. A lot of reincarnation, a lot of like, you sure that ain't the same person? It's like, it's their twin, dude. You're listening to The Monks.
You're here with the monks. I'm Heather.
And I'm Josh. Thank you so much for being here.
Josh, we are both, I think, having a little bit of a midlife crisis. I don't know if it's a crisis so much as a reevaluation.
Yeah.
I'll call it a midlife reevaluation to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
I think I've had different crises throughout life, so it's weird to label this one so heavy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every time we pivot, that is kind of a midlife crisis.
I guess. I guess a midlife crisis. For some people, it's like, I think it's just because it gets portrayed like, oh, they bought a motorcycle, they got a Miata.
Right.
It's out of character for them. I think even what we do, it's not that it's out of character for us. It's more honing in on the things that we've always kind of pursued.
Right.
We know we want to be around each other. It's not that. It's not like cheating or any crazy stuff like that. It's not drugs. It's not fancy cars.
Right.
It's more like kind of smaller life footprint.
Yeah. Trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
How do we accomplish that?
I don't want to trade what's left of my life for just a house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to find a situation, and so do you, that actually makes financial sense. That's like better financial sense than what we already have.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's
because where we're at, renting makes for a better life than owning.
right.
It just does. So we're going to have to go somewhere else. We're not leaving California, but we're going to have to go. Basically, you got to get out. You have to be willing to like think outside the box and be like, am I going to go to the boonies or something?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
we're from the boonies, so might as well end there.
Yeah. And like California boonies are nicer.
Right.
And you still got to find something that kind of fits what you're looking for. But, at the end of the day, we're looking for something that has a much lower overhead, something that allows us to potentially, I don't know. I think in my mind, I go get more time.
More time is
More
what
control
we're trying
of
to
my
figure
time.
out. Yeah. That's tough. I don't know if most people accomplish that.
I don't think so. I would say the vast majority of people don't.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like the system's going to change. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not going to give a summer break to you or something. So it's like, you got to figure out how you could have a little bit more control over your time. When you really get into like the time that you give for work, it's not just when you're at work. It's not just the fact that the hour lunch that you may or may not get to take is baked into your day. So it's already 9 instead of 8.
Yep.
But it's like, how long did it take you to get there? You got up at what time to get ready? What time did you actually get home?
Right.
How good are you at leaving it at the door? I want that flipped.
Yeah.
I want that flipped. Do you also think that part of our midlife crisis is the fact that like we've always pursued creative endeavors to no fanfare, no success whatsoever?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like, it feels like you've always had 2 jobs and one takes a lot of your time and the other one never paid you a dime. Like
both take a lot of my time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And neither pays me what I'd like to be paid.
Yeah. I think that's where we're at. Like you're trying to figure out like what's worth it to you, what's not.
Yeah.
And what's the best way to like for us to enjoy the rest of our life.
Maybe we should just focus time out.
Yeah.
Drop it all and just have a regular midlife crisis. We got a red Corvette.
Okay. I like that.
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah.
We kind of like rub our hand along it.
Yeah. We wash it too much.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay.
The paint's coming off.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't know how to care for this. We didn't read the instructions.
Yeah, that's bad for the finish. They go, there really aren't instructions. It's just like you shouldn't rub it that much, obviously. It's just Canuba. It's just Canuba wax. Yeah, I'd be open to, I guess, that.
You would be.
There are times where I am so open to it when you have one of those malaise days where you go, I'd be open to wandering into the forest and putting a hammock up and just living by a fire. I mean, like I'm open. And they go, hey, bud, we're seconds out of a drought. Don't go live by a fire. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You don't have one of those rings.
I know. It's one of those fires you have to keep going at all times because otherwise you'll never get it back again.
Absolutely. I've seen enough naked and afraid. My whole job. And you know what would be funny? Pretty soon I'd be like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm giving a lot of my time to keeping this fire going. No?
All my time is fire related.
Yeah.
I'm out of breath all the time.
Yeah, because I'm sucking in a lot of smoke. I'm way too close to this fire. I'm way too close.
You should have got one of those.
Oh yeah,
fire
that's probably
purpose.
that's how that came to be.
We've also really, I think, narrowed down what if we were going to buy a business or do a business.
Yeah.
We've gone over exactly what are all of our skills, what could we do, what would we want to do. We have such a narrow if it comes by, we're going to snatch it up, but
yeah,
it's so specific, each little thing that we've decided on. I mean, there's so many options that we've laid out that we go, any of these, universe, pass them by us and we'll grab one of them.
That is true. I think we're pretty open and we're pretty fluid with the way we live and stuff. Yeah. We're like, hey, if not this, maybe that. And I think that does get back to what we're looking for is just more control over our time. Mm-hmm. We redesign 100 houses a year.
Oh yeah.
50 businesses. Mm-hmm. Every business we go into, we're like, oh, we could fix this system a little bit better.
I really love the idea of doing a petite boutique resort. Mm-hmm. However, in my mind, it never has guests.
Oh, that's true.
I'm busy doing cool things that I want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
So I honestly don't even know if we would be good at that.
I don't know. I mean, we have both worked in hospitality a bit, but never directly. We've never worked in I don't know, turn down service or reservation stuff or anything like that. So all of our stuff is coming from the standpoint of we do understand hospitality. We both worked in that industry. I've worked in sales in that industry, so I understand some aspects of it, obviously. Mainly it's just from the good old fashioned, oh, I think we can do this. I think it aligns with a lot of our interests and skills and it might be fun. Mm-hmm. And I think, really, that is enough. That's why I'm is it a midlife crisis to, no, but it's
Is it knowing and having the confidence to go, I can do that?
Yeah.
I can do that.
It ain't ever stopped us before. I mean, what's the worst that happens? You crash and burn. It's okay. It's a motel. I'm not saying let me take a crack at heart surgery all of a sudden. It's right,
Yeah.
People will either come or they won't. At this point, I do think we are pretty battle tested at rejection or failure. We're oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Don't bother me none.
Don't bother me. Yeah. I mean, it does, but then we move on. But I do think it would be fun to own those things, but we constantly are remodeling and rethinking, and each one changes. And then, you realize I've spent 4 hours on those. Right.
I've put a lot of mental effort into how I would set this up as a store for the resort, what the lobby would look like, which room would look like.
Oh yeah.
A lot of emotional touch points throughout the entire place for the guests.
You have certainly said that a number of times. I want to create a bunch of emotional touch points for the guests. And I said, yeah, are we not insane? Mm-hmm. But I do think this is kind of how you have to roll an idea around. At least I think we always do. We go, look, you have to walk around in the room in your mind. Mm-hmm. Because you want to pick it up and play around with it and be is this something I could really do? And when I see it, I do genuinely go it is funny though that you say you don't think of the guests, you're only thinking of the design. I almost exclusively think about how guests are really digging my interactions with them. And then I think about it as me as a guest and I go, I'd be what is happening? Why is this guy talking to me so much? I said my idea at one point where I was I had a headlamp on so that, just so I can help guide people. And you were what? You can't do that. You're going to look like My Bloody Valentine. I don't know, around the property or something. If they wanted to maybe see all the emotional touch points we've created for you guys.
They can see those on their own in the daytime.
Yeah? Did you guys?
Mostly, it's better to see them in the daytime anyways, because in my mind, there are a lot of different views of things.
Yes, but in my mind, we've created stargazing spots because we intentionally keep low but ambient, good mood lighting, but low so that we're not, distracting from the stars.
What are the through line items that come with us to every time we do a new motel, hotel, resort? Every time we see a new one for sale and we think, is this it? Let's look at it. Let's think about it. Let's roll it around. What are the things that go with you? I can tell you mine.
Please.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Lighting, pathway lighting,
of course,
is very important to me.
Of course.
And the guest.
Yeah.
Ambient music outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think
changes
that's really
based
nice.
on time of day.
Yes.
More upbeat during the day, starts to slow down.
Right.
I'd like to see the light tonality shift over from early evening to later. You know, we're over here like manipulating circadian rhythms for you.
Yeah.
A big one for me is like robes and slippers. You don't ever necessarily, like, you don't always agree with me about the slippers. Mine is actually, here's how much I roll stuff around. It's twofold. I go, it's guest experience for my make-believe lodge that I'm doing now. And it also, in my head, I go, you're probably less likely to have your dirty old feet all over the bed. You're going to want to switch into those.
How many times do you think they have to throw those slippers away because somebody's dirty feet? They take them. They wash.
No, take them with you.
Oh, they're for you.
Take them with you. They're going to be cheap, but they're going to be branded. Not the robes. The robes will be expensive and branded. And if you happen to take one, we're going to charge you a premium for it, probably 6x. See, that's the thing. It's guest experience, but don't be rude. But the slippers are yours to keep. They've been on your feet. Nobody's going to want those again.
I like the idea of not just like a motel room, but I like when we see the ones that are more like little cabins or little separate things. I feel like I get to put more into it. Like each one gets to be a little bit different. And a thing I have to constantly tell myself, and this is insane, is don't put too many knickknacks. They'll steal them.
Well, they would.
Yeah.
They would steal them. And actually, it was me who wanted to put too many knickknacks in our make-believe lodges and inns and boutique, resorts. And you said, well, they will steal those. And I said, oh, you're absolutely right. They'll steal those even by accident, like where you just like, a kid takes it, whatever. So it's almost like you have to do, because you worked at Disney as a kid and you're like, well, you have to do that like Disney almost. Like you have to do your staging areas, your lobbies, your this and that. That's where you can go insane. And if you think about it, one of our favorite hotels is the Lafayette Hotel. And each room is vibey as all get out, but the knickknacks, all the stuff, it's mostly in common areas that they can kind of keep tabs of things a little better. We
can't do anything as fancy as the Lafayette Hotel because it's a lot of marble.
Oh, it's everything.
It's a lot of marble.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's so pretty. So we'd have to
dial it way back.
And what's funny is like I really am thinking of ideas that I go, I could do this, or we can. If I have a handyman, we can do it together, me and him.
Yeah.
I don't include you. I'm so sorry.
I get it. It's like, it wouldn't be great to have me doing too much of the hands-on stuff. I'm mostly figuring out how what is my cost on these slippers.
It's going to be a high
and
cost.
if they can come embroidered, or if I have to now get them embroidered. Well, you might as well,
We're never going to make any money to live.
We're going to probably be running a net negative to start. We're going to be a bit in the red.
For sure.
But for an experience that would be well worth it, that I'm sure people would really, I go, but the slippers you did, and they go, oh yeah, I threw them away. I'm like, threw them away. My God,
get them out of the trash. I can wash them.
My God, I sourced those. Those aren't fast fashion. I made sure to source those in a humane way. What the heck, dude? Those are for you to keep. Come on.
Another thing that we always have to, it's kind of a through line, is that we want to live on the property, but we don't want it to be like a bed and breakfast where we're in the house.
Yeah.
So,
and and that's where like dreams in reality, like we always dream in a somewhat realistic way. I don't want to live on the property. Right. In a dream, I'd like to develop the systems we just talked about and never return to the property, to have some mystery manager call me to tell me how much money we're raking in while we hop around the globe.
That's full fantasy. That's not like midlife crisis realistic fantasy though.
I was talking to a friend, and he related to everything that we've been kind of saying. And one thing I said to him, I was like, it's not like we're not hard workers. We're incredibly hard workers. It's just you want the time that you're working. It's not even that thing where it's like, I want to be working for me. It's like, that's part of it. But the biggest thing is I'd like to be enjoying more of the time that I'm working. It's like I give in and I relent to the systems that be. It's like you have to work, you have to earn a buck. I would like to try to enjoy more of the time that I know I have to do to earn said buck. So I want to hang out with you. I want to create, something, that can. Or then we have our other fantasies where you're like, we live small. Things stay the same, live small, but you have freedom of time that way because your overhead's not as high. It goes a million different ways.
I feel like we have our overhead kind of as low as we can have it in this current life.
In and around like a major city. Yes. I'd say that we are rocking it in that way. But I do feel like my time is a little out of whack.
Yeah, your time's very out of whack right now.
Part of the reason it's a midlife crisis is because so your 20s, you're like, oh, okay. Through your 30s, you're like, yeah, sure. And then you get into your 40s and you go like, but hold on. I just want to be clear here. Are you telling me
there's more time to come.
Like
It's a
that
lot
I'm
more
not.
years
Yeah,
left.
that it's like it's going to be quite a lot more time because I'm pretty
I was almost done.
tired. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty tired. So to hear almost everyone say there's a lot more time left.
Yeah.
You kind of go, man, I got to figure out better ways to do this time then. Because isn't that kind of what it is? I mean, the real thing is like you go, it's been a minute.
It really feels like we should be wrapping up here.
Yeah. The way I feel is like when you're a kid and you'd go stay at a friend's house or you do like, especially like an all night, like kind of lock-in type scenario. This is like whenever you got picked up from that and your eyes are on fire and they go, hey, we're going to do, and you're like, we're not going home. I can't just sleep.
Yeah.
That's how I feel a lot of the time where I'm like, I'm just going to keep doing this. Oh, you said it best where you're like, the days are long and the years are short because years are whizzing by and days are crazy long. It's the worst. I got to flip it. I want days to feel short and years to feel long. And the way to do that is like one way to make years feel long is like you got to keep shaking up your experiences. They literally said that. They're like, for your brain to feel like life is long, you got to be switching it up. Like if it's always the same thing, it's going to start to be like, well, we can almost compress that data.
I think that is why we have a good memory is because we can kind of pinpoint like, oh, we did this at this house or
we lived in this city.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's easier to figure out when that was or remember something from it. Yeah.
They said people remember stuff from like 5 to 10 years old. The thing they remember best are like family vacations. And they said it's because it's a perfect scenario to help remember, which is like you're changing, environments, you're doing activities that maybe you haven't done, all these things, key, characters in your life are all in one place, those kind of things. And I was like, yeah, our life is kind of like that. All our key characters are here, but it definitely is like new experience. Because anytime we get somewhere, we start to check it out and you're doing a bunch of stuff.
I think I have too much confidence for someone
Don't
who
we all?
doesn't really need this much confidence. But I always think like, oh, if we're really like getting this in going, the town's going to be like, hey, help us figure out how we revitalize our downtown. And now I'm involved in that too. I've left my business.
Yeah, because it's thriving.
I've already done my design stuff there. I get to move on to the whole town. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, but realistic in your delusions and the fact that, it had to be an up and coming town for us to be able to get the money together to get the lodge or to get the little boutique resort or whatever. You were like, look, this isn't going to be, it's not right on the beach or something. Right. It's like, we're having to go. It's a Bad News Bears town.
Yeah.
And now
there might be a
hoisting
lake.
us on their shoulders going, my God, look at the example you've set. Heather, please.
Oh, please help us get some murals up here on the wall.
Absolutely. And meanwhile, we don't paint. So it's just us hiring muralists.
Just saying we should do some murals.
You should get some murals. It's just a lot of finger wagging going like murals.
I think murals first.
Yes. I actually do agree with that, though. I go crazy with murals.
You keep saying lodge, but my only issue with lodge is I really don't want to be somewhere where it snows.
No.
Neither of us know about snow.
No, I like the vibe of a lodge. That type of thing. I guess when I think of a lodge, I think of a place, and this is a vibe that I would want to create for real, is like, hey, you can hang out in the main area. In fact, you'll want to.
Right, in the lobby.
Yeah, in the lobby or somewhere, like some common space.
Right.
That's what I think of. But you're absolutely right. I don't want to deal with snow.
I couldn't.
I need year round. I need to be
idea.
getting reports from that manager year round. I'm like, money's coming in, right? There's no reason it wouldn't be. It's not snowing.
Unless it's some sort of seasonal thing that we close during the snow and we get a vacation.
Yeah, and it's just like we rent it out to one Jack Nicholson who's going to work on his book or whatever. And I go, whatever happens, that ain't my problem. My absolute like run away with it seasonal fantasy 3 months. 3 months on.
Oof.
9 months. 3 months. That's where I go. It's just a summer job, baby.
I thought you had it in reverse. I was like, okay.
No, 3 months on. Where you just you do what you came to do for like the summer. And then you're just closed. And then they're like, we can't wait till next summer. And I go, right, we're already booked solid. It ain't about the money. It's about enough money to survive or to live. Yeah. I don't care. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm trying to get rich in time.
I imagine us having a place that like has paddle boards for our guests or or beach cruisers or kayaks, something that we get to, lots of activities for them to do.
Oh, absolutely.
And I never, ever, ever think about
insurance claims against your resort because they fell off and didn't know how to swim.
Exactly. Or crash the bike and I got to buy 10 new bikes or dead bodies in the room.
Sounds like you have actually thought about it.
I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, you actually sound like you have thought about this quite a bit, because right away I thought too, like having to kind of debrief. I'm like, do I put it on a card or do I have to verbalize it to each person? I go, as you may have heard, like our story of like our humble beginnings here is like the town's kind of a bad news bear of a town. You know, we're kind of getting it going. The lake also is kind of a little bit of that. They're not saying blue algae, but there's a bloom happening. So you're going to want to pop these in here and these in there. And then you're going to want to slide that on there.
Put this tape on your mouth.
And then you're going to want to do that and tape the mouth. And then you're going to want to just glove up, which that's good because they're swim gloves. And they're webbed. They are webbed and they are to be returned. That you will be charged for that. All of this, you can keep this and you can keep that.
We want this back.
We want the tape back. And we're gonna do the thing. It's like the 3D glasses. Like we're gonna put them in the little autoclave, and we do need all that back. But have fun out there, guys.
Yeah,
have fun.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. If you feel itchy when you get out of the lake, you got to let us know.
Yeah, you got to rinse off.
Don't go in the bed if you feel itchy. If you feel itchy, don't go in the bed. Please. You got to rinse off the second you're out of that lake. And I mean, like when I say the second, I mean, don't
have a hose going already.
Yes.
Actually, maybe a buddy system, like one goes in, one has hose.
Yeah.
One goes in, one has hose.
Yeah. You guys weren't wanting to do it at the same time, were you? Because somebody's got to hose the other.
One cannonball, get out.
Hose. Oh, that's true. It's not have fun in the lake, then hose off. It's if you're in the lake, hose off. So one cannonball, you better be hosing off. You don't cannonball for an hour and think that's going to be fine. Also, don't get out there and having fun and you blew a nostril lodge and you don't know it. That's straight to the brain.
I know the lake sounds like it's beautiful. It's clear lake.
It is beautiful.
But it's not clear. Do not.
It's clear to me that if you lose one of these, sayonara, baby, because we're going to be like you tell us what kind of services you're thinking.
Well, we
your
also
affairs
do the
order.
town's funeral service.
Oh, yeah. Get your.
It's just kind of the businesses go hand in hand.
Business is booming.
Yeah.
Business is booming. And the town, I don't know if you've heard, but we're doing a lot of the murals.
Because the lake is blooming.
Yeah, the lake got a little bit of a bloom happening.
Blooming lake.
Yeah.
Blooming business.
And we're trying to, fingers crossed, get Outback here. Love a blooming onion to be in the mix. Even as I say all that, like, obviously, we hope the lake wouldn't give them brain worms or whatever. But even with that type of thing where I got to be realistic about like what we can get our hands on. As far as like the guests, my fantasy of the guests is like people doing much better than me in life that somehow want to be my friend, but also maybe mentor me in ways that I like could use a comeuppance. Like I could finally get an inside trade happening. Like we're like, we had such a great time. I don't know if you know that you want to write down this IPO that's going to be going public. And I go, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's so great. Or even just like I envision, for some reason, I do genuinely keep envisioning someone else who's also like run something like a restaurant or another hotel in a cool location, and now they're letting us come stay for free, even though I am charging you. I already said I have to charge you because we're in our infancy.
Yeah.
As
I don't know if you heard, we're petite boutique.
Yeah.
That's little and little.
That's small and very small. Yeah. So we are there is gonna be I won't even do a discount. Can't do a discount.
Don't even have a button on our register.
Yeah. We have to charge you for two things that you don't even know you're going to get charged for. Like we have to say that you ding the room a little bit. We gotta. I don't want to have to do this stuff, but I gotta because I'm in the weeds on these slippers.
One of the things that we one of the places we looked at, it's this little motel. It has a lot of different cabins and rooms and buildings. One of which was like a restaurant. Yeah. And it faces a little tiny airplane landing strip.
Yeah.
So there's airplanes here. And then right past that is the lake. So you have a beautiful view of the lake. And then you also have you could watch little tiny planes land right in front of you.
And I also think of us just like grabbing our guys' hand. All right, hurry up before the plane comes. Run to the lake. Run to the lake. Remember, cover, tape, ears, go. Hose is running. Oh, crap. Here comes a plane.
One of the things that you kept on insisting we have at this little tiny place is camp counselors
Yeah.
to teach improv classes.
Not just improv. I wanted improvisers who would be camp counselors that would teach classes.
Right. But it's not a summer camp.
But I wanted to give that vibe.
So that was one of the things.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, okay, I got to really just really spend time standing in each spot of the property so I can see really where I want to put my Adirondack chairs for people to watch the planes land.
Yeah, but that's actually brilliant.
I don't want any kids coming to these resorts.
But they'll have to because I got all these improvisers here to teach stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I had all these guys brought up from these are all Second City trained improv. This is Chicago, LA, Toronto's here. This costs a lot of money to get these people here. Their whole deal actually wouldn't cost that much. Improviser's quite cheap.
Yeah, right.
That was in my fantasy. I'm like, you make your money during the summer so you can pursue your goals, guys. That's what I'm saying. You come out, you teach the kids some stuff. You have a little improv. No, we're not doing improv at the thing. No, because people don't like it like that.
Nobody wants to watch
Nobody wants to do that. If you can convince one of the town people to put it up at a bar or something, you do so. But
this town is so small that this place that we saw was at, that I was thinking, since there's a restaurant on the premises, we would have to use it. We would have to have a restaurant there.
Small enough town that you'd probably get something just from being open.
Right. We don't really want to do a restaurant, you and I. That's not one of the things that's on our list.
No.
But I was thinking if we did, I'm going to stock it full of stuff I want to eat.
Yeah.
Since that's going to be my chef, right? That's my chef now.
Ooh, all the shows I've ever watched where restaurants have to be saved, it's always some owner who just thinks the chef is their chef. And it's technically yes, but you're not supposed to sit at the bar and just order ribeyes while they're in there 86. But can my burger?
Yeah, hurry up on my burger then.
Yeah.
Ours won't fail because I'll have a butt funnel.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
it's where you force conversations between guests. So they're going to be having a great time.
No, it's just where you block the dance floor where people have to squeeze closer together and bump each other's butts.
But isn't that so they have communication with each other?
Yeah, I guess so. So they dance.
Yeah. And so they interact and stuff, have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a butt funnel. John Taffer. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Even if he's right, I'm like, stop. It's too much.
We don't
it's
like
crazy.
you.
That's the most American thing I've ever seen. I'm like, look, you may have good information, but my God, why do you have to give it this way? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a lot of stuff too. I will say this, I understand that a vast majority of restaurants fail. Mm-hmm. I also do understand that a vast majority of restaurants from day one, you go, well, yeah, I mean, this is you want to fail.
I do agree with that too. Yes.
Let's be real. It's dirty in here. Mm-hmm. You're not greeting your guests.
You don't know how to cook food.
Yeah, the food is subpar. It's how did you think this would work? Mm-hmm. What did you say? I don't know a thing about a hotel. But the weird thing about us is because we do roll things around and I go, never would happen. If I had to make those beds myself, I go, beds got to be made, rooms got to be clean, smells got to be right.
That is the thing. Yeah, we would work hard to make it nice.
I'd be I know it's an experiential business. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The only way you'd ever get a repeat business in that is if you created an experience. Otherwise, you're just racing to the bottom as far as pricing.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yes,
it's we're empty and we can't do this. Well, the Four Seasons does it. I know it can't be the Four Seasons, but I go, but you can have that mindset.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind if my job was doing pool cleaning the pool and stuff. But then I have to remind myself, you can't jump in.
And you have to remind yourself,
pool.
There is no pool.
Yeah,
we couldn't afford a property with a pool.
That's true.
Nothing to worry about there.
Yeah.
We just got a lake, maybe.
I think there's access to it.
To what?
To that lake. I mean, it's pretty far, so I didn't go look at it. But.
Oh, I hope so. I hope there's access to the lake. They go, the property has sold. And I'm like, oh, okay. We were just fantasizing.
Yeah.
Darn.
Well, on to the next.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one after the other. Mm-hmm. It's one after the other. That's why I was like, oh, yeah, it is a midlife crisis because I think if you were right where you wanted to be, your brain would just rest a little, no?
Wouldn't it?
I would think.
Would it?
I don't know. Mine never does and yours never does. So I'm like, oh, is this just what we're just destined to Super Bowl around until the day we die?
Other businesses I think we would enjoy, but I feel like this is probably the best one in terms of actually making money for ourselves. Yeah. The other ones are all stuff where we're paddleboard rental.
Yeah. You know you're going to be poor, but you're like, it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I constantly
snorkel guide.
Yeah, I was like, but I wouldn't say I'm a strong snorkeler.
But I really like
I also don't know how to drive a boat.
I can learn.
Yeah.
I've driven a boat.
That's the thing. You can learn.
I drove a boat at Disney out to watch the fireworks for guests.
Yeah.
And then, brought them back.
You've driven boats that we've rented. Like, you can drive, but I just think there's a difference between driving them and like, whoops, backed over you there, like in my snorkel group or whatever.
I would make sure people were on the boat before I took off, but yeah.
Well, I meant like, okay. That's part of it, I guess. Yeah.
A little bit.
Counting heads is a big deal.
And docking.
And docking, which is the hardest part.
Yeah.
What brings me the most joy? Hanging out with you, laughing. I mean, perfect world, something here. Hello. Something here starts to happen. It's like we want to be funny for money. That's the mantra. We want to try to bring joy into people's lives. But if that don't cut it,
well, if that don't come fast enough.
Then you keep doing that because we're already so used to having to be creative on the back burner where it's like, that's mama's gravy. Yeah. Our creativity is mama's gravy. It's always got some kind of leg of a lamb in there.
In front of that, we're stomping someone's head in.
Yes. Because we just
that's our work.
Because that's our work. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We're in the mob, That's why dinner's so important to those guys. They go, you think I like stomping heads? You think that's what I'm in this for? And they go, well, Tony does. He said that he likes it. He does like it. Our life is a sitcom. Stuff just happens to us. I can't even imagine the money pit scenarios of us buying a lodge.
What's so funny too, as we were complaining and talking about this, I'm thinking, and we don't do any after work stuff for work.
Nothing.
I turn it off and I go, that's out of my brain. You turn it off, you come home and talk about it for quite a while.
I think that's all guys. Isn't that all guys?
Turn it off.
It is all guys, right? That's got to be a male brain thing where they go, oh, I just got so many solutions. And it's like killing us. Like, we're like, and then we come home and unfortunately our partners are just getting inundated. Like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I think women grow up learning pick your battles. And just kind of like jumping in that river and letting it flow because it's really hard to swim against it.
Yes. Well, there's nothing I feel worse about. You talk about failure to thrive. I go, a big failure to thrive thing for me, a thing that I'm working on and I'm better at, but it's always been a thing, is I will continuously step on the same rake. You know what I mean? Meaning like something fires me up at work. Some injustice. And when I say injustice, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but just that thing where you go, why is this how we're doing it? This isn't right. Or this isn't, this makes it harder for everyone. Those kind of things that everybody deals with. And for some reason, I don't go, well, that's never changing. That seems to be pretty locked in as this is how it goes. So I will no longer give that energy to it because that'd be crazy to keep having this reaction because that's really should only be, it's like that Chinese proverb. It's like, if you can change it, why worry? If you can't change it, why worry?
I love that.
Yeah.
It's the same as those who matter don't mind and those who mind don't matter.
Yep.
Same kind of concept.
Absolutely.
It's like, yeah. You can only control what you can control.
All the cliches. I freaking love my life. I guess that's what maybe it's just this. I have always been kind of a greedy person for happiness and fun.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, if something's fun, if something brings me joy, if a person brings me, I want to be around that and do it all the time. Like I you know what I mean? If I like it, I want to do it all the time. So I guess it's less a midlife crisis and just more dialing in on like, I'm going to find a way that when I wake up in the morning, I'm pretty excited about what's ahead of me.
Are we wrong or is this psychotic? I don't know, but it keeps me going, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think that we're psychotic. I don't think it's wrong because I think this is just how you kind of decide. You have to a little bit, if you have an imagination, use it to kind of go like, okay, how would that feel? What would that look like? I think what's more psychotic is the thing that you make your money from takes so much of the time. And it's the whole reason you're making the money, right? It's like, you just want to like be, give a good life to you and yours. And you'd like to be able to be around for as much of that as you can.
Right. I mean, I'm absolutely open to taking it back to the employers as a group. But no, it just seems like I'm kind of out here on a limb by myself if I do it right now, where we go like, hey, we're demanding more.
Yeah.
For us, not for you.
Right. They go, we'll take more. And you're like,
Yeah.
no.
I know you will.
No. Yeah, we started the bidding. And I understand we had children in factories and we were like so psyched at 5 days on, 2 days off. They're like, we got weekends and the kids out of the factories. And I'll be honest, like I don't have a kid. So if they said kids are back in factories, but you get 3 days on, I go, I mean, I definitely would be interested in hearing more about what the factory conditions would be. Will they be having fun? You know, it's a good way for these guys to make friends.
What about all those years they don't even really remember stuff?
Yeah. Could they be putting chips in
Because
something?
I'm remembering
I'm
every day I'm at work.
remembering. Yeah. I am having like existential moments where I just go, I'm in a terrarium. Mm-hmm. It seems like I have a good view, but I'm just in a terrarium. This is just like a fake. Oh boy. Yeah. Or I'm on a train just going like, I don't want to be on this train. I don't want to be in this traffic. It's a weird thing to be doing a thing and go, I don't want this. I don't care about reaching this destination.
This life.
Yeah. I mean, I think the positive thing, honestly, like when you think about like how midlife crises get portrayed and stuff, it really is just you and I being like, hey, we really love being around each other. We have a good time. I'd like to do more of that. I know that life is short and you only get so much time to do stuff.
Yeah. And it does feel like, and this is maybe just for us, but when you condense it just to 2 days, it feels like you're going to rub up against each other like in a bad way more often than you would if you had more time.
Yeah.
Because you're just already in that like,
yeah, well, that is true. Like Friday, you know, you're coming home, there's always that decompression, you know, trying to leave that stuff at the door, whatever it is. Saturday is like, you're like, I'm walking on sunshine. And by 10 a.m. Sunday, you're like,
yeah,
tomorrow's Monday, huh?
Yeah. Okay, well, less than 24 hours, I'll be back.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, you guys are arguing at like an antique store or something. And you're like, this ain't about us. This is about Monday coming after Sunday.
Yeah.
Heather, do you have any final thoughts, feelings, jokes?
Stay tuned to see what we choose to do.
Yeah.
Whenever that thing passes by and we grab a hold, we'll be like,
That's
hey
true.
guys, look at this.
Yeah, because we're not going to stop doing this kind of stuff. So we're just going to be talking about whatever it is that we wound up doing. Yeah. And
probably not anytime soon, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're open.
We'll see. We're always open. Universe, we're open.
I love you.
I love you too, babe.
We didn't hit record. We didn't hit record.